Looking for some meals to get you through this hot summer? I've got 3 easy recipes for you to try. Each recipe is linked in the description, so make sure you check those out. The first meal is a chicken pasta salad. You may usually think of pasta salad as a side item, but the addition of chicken as protein can turn it into a complete meal. You'll need 2 cups of halved grape tomatoes, 2 cups of baby spinach, 3 cups of cooked and shredded chicken, 8 ounces of pasta, a half cup of Italian dressing, 1 cup of crumbled feta, a half cup of bacon bits, which I forgot to show, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and then salt and pepper. So start by boiling a large pot of water and then adding the pasta, cooking for about 8 minutes. Drain it into a colander and rinse with cold water, and then add the pasta to a large bowl. Add all of the ingredients to the pasta and stir to combine. So here are a couple of changes you can make. If you want extra fiber, you can use whole wheat pasta instead of regular. I also found that this was a little dry, so you may want to use 1 cup of dressing instead of a half cup. And also, I cooked and shredded all of my chicken ahead of time, but if you want to keep things easy, you can buy rotisserie chicken and shred that instead. Again, this can definitely be a complete meal. You can always add more and different vegetables to this if you need a little extra though. I like making this in the morning so I don't heat up my kitchen by boiling water. The next recipe is for buffalo chicken pinwheels. This one is super easy and it can be used as a quick lunch idea. So in a large bowl, add 3 cups of cooked and shredded chicken, 4 tablespoons of softened cream cheese, 1/4 cup of hot sauce, and 2 tablespoons of ranch seasoning, and mix that together. And if the mixture is too dry, you can always add more hot sauce. Next, place a tortilla on a large plate. I used a fajita-sized tortilla. Spread about a half cup of the mixture on the tortilla, making sure it touches all the way around to the edges, and then tightly roll it up, leaving the ends open. Use a knife to cut this into round pieces, and that's it. These would go great with some fruit like grapes and maybe some raw vegetables with a dip. You can also prepare these ahead of time so you can have lunch for the entire week. This last recipe is for a slow cooker chicken tortellini. In your slow cooker, add 2 pounds of raw chicken, 1 jar of Alfredo sauce, and 1 jar of regular pasta sauce. Trust me, this works. Next, add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and mix it all together the best you can. Place the lid on top and cook for 5.5 hours. And note that I am using my Instant Pot, but it has a slow cooker function. Once the chicken is fully cooked, shred it and add it back to the slow cooker. You can use 2 forks to shred it, or even use a KitchenAid mixer with the paddle attachment, which only takes about 30 seconds to shred. Next, add a 32-ounce bag of frozen tortellini and stir everything together. Place the lid back on top and cook it for another 30 minutes until the tortellini is heated through. And then finally, sprinkle 1 cup of shredded mozzarella over top and serve. This would go great with a big side salad or even some frozen broccoli that's been steamed in the microwave. The combination of Alfredo and tomato pasta sauce may sound weird, but it turned out really good. So leave me a comment and tell me, what is your favorite summer meal that you always go back to? Remember, the links for these recipes can be found in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.